She's pretty straight-laced as things go. Although one of the things that you do that's lovely is give her a very rich and satisfying sex life. I found very.
Well, I didn't know we were going there, but that's good. I like that.
She's conservative in demeanor. She's mannerly. She's full of propriety. She's maybe even, and you touched on this a little bit, she's maybe even a little chilly outwardly, but she's full of passion. And we've gotten a little bit at it in terms of what the contradiction at the heart of her is that she wants something. Basically it's this. There's always a gap between what she envisions or anticipates will make her happy and what she gets. Mm-hmm. And that, I think, is that's something that obviously carries over in human nature. That's not just Eileen. That's something that's fairly universal, but it's very well captured. And it happens over and over again. To me, that's the real key to her character. Do you remember the first time that you kind of did something like that and realized, oh, I get who this is, and this is going to carry through. This is going to be my through line for the novel.
When you say that, you mean had a personal experience like that? You mean, or
you can talk about a personal experience, but if you remember the moment in time when you had written something and that writing illuminated this contradiction where what she envisioned, what she anticipated that she wanted fell short of what she got. Because this happens a lot. It happens with her houses, and then it happens later when Ed gets sick. And it happens continually when Ed fails to take the professional opportunities that she wishes for him to take. So she's sort of happy for a moment because she believes that she has this thing, and then she realizes that this thing comes with compromises, no matter what that thing is.
Just in terms of a specific moment, one is not coming to mind, but the sense I have for her is that she's always strangely adaptable in a way. I mean, as rigid as she can be, she accepts the reality that she's faced with and does attempt to make the best of it kind of a lot of the time. One thing that comes to mind, maybe just near the end of the book, when her son has made this horrible decision to bring his father home from a nursing home for Christmas, surprise his mom with this big surprise that dad is home for Christmas. It's probably like the most boneheaded thing he could do. And when she sees him, she just decides to roll with it. And I think, her sense of expectation and reality are sometimes, they're at such odds, but she has this capacity, I think, to get through it.
Isn't that something that somebody so rigid is, in fact, as you say, very broad?
Well, I think people are amazing. Even the most limited people in the world have incredible depths, and Eileen she's not limited. In my mind, she can do whatever she wants. She just sort of focuses on a lot of specific options. But I just find people endlessly remarkable about how much capacity they have to find the good in things. Absurd disasters that people kind of allow a mushroom to grow up out of a bunch of crap. It's just incredible.
This is a book about, among other things, Alzheimer's disease. Your father was diagnosed with Alzheimer's at an early age. He went through a lot of crap. I want to read you this sentence from something the critic Pankaj Mishra wrote in The New Yorker when he was reviewing a novel about Tiananmen Square. The commemorative urge in literature as in architecture risks petrifying into the blandly monumental. I think we've all done this. If you're a writer, you've probably done it, where you wanted to capture something that's been lost, a lover or an experience or something, and you try so very hard to do it, and sure enough, it's the worst rendition of that thing you've ever encountered. It sucks from word one, and you feel like some essence has been lost. Did you have this commemorative urge with respect to your dad's experience, your experience? And if so, how did you finally avoid the blandly monumental and write a fictional account of such real things?
I did very much have that urge at the beginning. I mean, the book is really rooted in autobiography in a lot of ways, certainly because of my father and what he went through, what we witnessed with him and went through. But, when I was learning how to write, that commemorative memorializing impulse was the dominant one. And what it amounts to almost always is bad work, because the imagination is not given free rein for many reasons. I mean, one, you can, out of fear that your reader will ascribe to your characters, autobiographical significance in every way, you will protect your characters for as long as you can and keep them from flaws and failures and malfeasance and immorality or whatever. The impulse to memorialize is coupled with that other impulse, and it just creates this little gruel that nobody wants to read. It's getting past that is only possible when you can think of it as a character and not the person you originally wanted to get on the page. And that freedom was the final thing that unlocked this book for me: the ability to let these characters have predilections that I wouldn't share, make decisions I hadn't made, make decisions that my mother wouldn't make, be inclined in ways that would just not be autobiographical, and then just trust that the reader would have faith in the art, that there would be a sense that I would have I can stand behind the characters as characters and not be afraid.
Do you remember did that happen with one specific character first?
No, I mean, it was a combination. It's Connell and Eileen, probably for both of them, there was a sense of protecting them both for a long time. And then when I just gave that up. I gave that up, and I don't want to say I started piling things on them, but I kind of did. Yeah, in short, yes. Once I kind of had the freedom to do it, I was like, wow, I can really move these people around like these chess pawns. It got fun. It got fun. Yeah, yeah. Writing actually gets fun at a certain point, which is really remarkable. It sucks and sucks and sucks for so long. And you fail forever. And then you it's not that you stop failing; you just sort of fail better. In Beckett's phrase, I guess. But the fun can be had when you realize you actually, wow, I don't actually just have to write, autobiographically. I can make up all of this book if I want, and then it becomes a bunch of things that never happened. Which is what a novel is, basically.
And then weirdly, the other stuff, the true stuff, comes around from the
and then actually there's kind of a gravity that attaches to that in a way, and then you're not even afraid of that stuff because it's like a little tincture in the mixture. It sort of just colors it in a way that allows it to feel kind of full of color and vitality.
Alice, how are we on time in terms of